Hello, my cherished ducklings. I'm so happy you're here with me. I just, as you know, I adore my watchers and listeners and pals. You are my jolly pals, and I'm so glad you're here. And I'm here for you for proven 85 to 93% accuracy rate, um, evidentially. And I'm here for your questions about your most sensitive, dear topics. You can trust your dreams with me. Only only seldom do I sell them to the National Enquirer. Um, but I am here for you. And do call in, whether you're in where where are we? We're in Great Britain. We're in all of North America, so that's Canada and the U.S. For those of us who suck at geography, New Zealand, Australia, and all sorts of good places. So call in. And meanwhile, some of you have, if you're watching this, you might have noticed my hair is darker. That's because I ceased to think positively for 30 seconds, and it just boop happened just like that. Um, and usually in Hollywood films, especially in the movie Devil's Advocate, you ever seen that? The Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino movie. It is the greatest guilty pleasure, but one of my favorite things in it is that Charlize Theron is married to an attorney who sort of sells his soul to the devil, kind of, but he's Keanu, so I'd still do him, right? I'd be on that like a duck in a June bug. Anyway, where was I? Um, so Charlize Theron eventually descends into despair and madness, which is signified in the film by her going brunette. Yes, brunette, madness, despair. Hope that's not going to happen tonight, but it would make good TV. Anyway, as I said, I'm here for you, and this is the 2 nights before our next eclipse. Eclipses always come in three. I don't know why I say eclipse. Eclipse, because it's fun to say. Say it with me. Eclipse. Um, the last one, oh, Susan, I'm going to ask you to do a special kind of breathing because I'm going to take about 3 minutes and ramble on about eclipses and then do the psychic tarot weather. While I'm doing that, what I'd like you to do is breathe in really deeply and then breathe out through your mouth like this, like you're like you're blowing out a birthday candle. You can also throw it out after you've blown it out. So what that does is stimulate your vagus nerve. So breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, and think about your question. And I'll be with you in 3 to 4 minutes. Anyway, let's see. Madness, despair, Charlize Theron, where were we? Eclipses. The last one was a few weeks ago. It was solar eclipse. This one is a lunar eclipse. It is in Taurus. So my friend Elizabeth Grace, who's a very gifted astrologer, I believe you can find her at graceastrology.com, describes this as a moment when it's sort of like in that children's book, Make Way for Ducklings, when the big Irish traffic cop sees the mama duck and her 9 ducklings trying to cross the busiest road in Boston, right next to Boston Commons. And he holds up traffic so the ducklings can all get across. It's a true story. And that's a little like what eclipses are like, except without the ducks. What it's like is a time when things sort of, they don't stand still, obviously. That would be weird, and gravity would be turned off and we'd all float to the ceiling and die. Where was I? Sorry, my ADHD is acting up tonight because if ADHD was people, I'd be China. um, so take time during this eclipse to think about Taurus related things. So that's take a little time and appreciate beauty, which is Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. So beauty, love, connection, possessions you love. Nothing wrong with loving your possessions. Um, I love your possessions too. So send them to me, won't you? Um, and now we're going to do the psychic tarot weather. Now, and Susan in Reno, stay there, keep breathing, which is always good advice. Um, I'm just going to do this really quickly. The psychic tarot weather, I picked 3 cards, and they're really good this week. I was so excited because some weeks it's like, oh, the guy with 10 swords in his back. How am I going to make that sound positive? I do, just so you know. So the first card is the first part of this week, starting today. Second card, the middle part of the week. I think you're catching on. Third card is the last part of the week. And here we go. Yay. The first card is the Knight of Cups. That means that somebody, can you see it? This is the Raven Tarot. It's wonderful. My friend Meredith Deming gave it to me. This card symbolizes a young man, or just a guy who can be feeling young because he's around you. um, or somebody who identifies as male, who has romantic intentions towards you and is also very dashing and noble. It's a really nice card. It might mean that somebody you don't know about has a crush on you, which I actually think it does mean. I hope it's the person I'm thinking of. For you, I mean. Okay, romantic intentions towards you. Oh my gosh. Second card, I told you these were awesome. Second card is the Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of a cycle of real happiness. Often it can mean either meeting like a big love, or it can mean re kind of starting your relationship on a higher cycle. So it's just a really good card. If you're trying to get pregnant, this is a good card to sort of stare at. I mean, do other things because you have to get. Oh, you know what I mean. Anyway, just ignore that last remark. Viewers 18 and over, please. Um, this is a star card, so this is the tail end of the week. I am loving this. The star card is when you are shining your brightest. Ideally, you're not outside nude playing around with a pond, but hey, whatever floats your boat. If that's your jam, do it. But what this card actually means is you are being your highest self, the best version of you. People are noticing this is going to work out well. This is the best week of cards I think I've gotten in the last 3 years. So think good thoughts because my question for when I want to make my luck really good is I ask myself this, ready? What would the happiest woman in the world do right now? And then I do it. Okay, Susan, are you still there? You must be all breathed up.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, bless you, my child. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you called. I like your energy. Okay, I ask people to connect with me through their birthdays. So if you don't mind just telling me when your birthday is, I'll take it from
Not at
there.
all. Yeah, it's August 1st. Do you need the year as well?
If you want, you don't have to. Mm,
Sure.
sh-
1982.
Oh, please, I've got shoes older than you. Um, oh, okay. You're Year of the Rooster. Love that. Very loyal, very alert, very charming, and charismatic. Roosters are always charismatic. Ask any chicken. It seems to be a very poultry related show tonight. Ducks, chickens. So, hold on, let me see. And what is your question? I feel like you've got a very specific question, which you might be a little shy about asking.
Yeah, I want to know if somebody is okay.
On
Um,
this side or
I
the
don't
other
know
side?
the other side.
Okay, love. Can you tell me their first name?
Joshua.
And here, yes. Hello, Joshua. Is he kind of lanky? Do you know what I
A
mean by
little bit.
lanky?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, does he have a
Yeah.
freaking killer grin?
Does he have a what?
A killer grin, like just a great, like a smile that lights up not only this room but several rooms in the immediate vicinity. Just a great smile,
Yeah. Yeah. He definitely has a great smile.
and a dimple on the right side. Blondish. Was he? I
Um,
think you no dimple on the right side.
I don't actually don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm seeing. Okay, well, we'll call that one even.
Okay.
Was he blonde as a child? Does he have that color hair that comes from when you're blonde as a child and then it kind of grows out in your guy so you don't dye it?
I think it was lighter, but I don't think it was really blonde.
Yeah, I'm getting him
I,
being blondish now, like dirty
yeah.
blonde. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm going to step away from the superficial now. I can't tell how tall he is. I'm sorry, Joshua. I love the name Joshua. I'm so glad you stopped by. So hold on. Well, he loves you. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what his relationship to you was. It feels brotherly, best friendy,
Hmm.
but if it was a relationship, I apologize. But there's a really great like. Honestly, usually I don't get this much of a best friend vibe in relationships because people in relationships fight a lot, and this is somebody you really, really got on with. Can you tell me who he was
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah, he was a really good friend, longtime friend.
Yeah.
He lived somewhere else, and yeah, just recently got to bond a lot as well.
Okay, he's five. I think I'm sorry, I can't tell if he's 5'9" or 5'11". Um, I don't know why something about him reminds me of like either a young James Taylor, if you can imagine such a thing. Um, yeah, he's actually really good. He's sitting outside. That's interesting because usually I get people in libraries, but he loved nature. He also loved music. There's a guitar near him. I'm not sure if he's playing it or if it's just that he loves music. Um,
Yeah, he did love
he
music.
also did he love reading earlier in his life? Because
Yeah,
he's got a very bright, sparkling mind.
he does. He's very smart. He likes to read. You know, yeah, recently too.
Okay, cool. A lot of times, the last few years, sometimes people stop reading like books. I mean, they're reading their iPads and stuff, but I don't know why I don't
Yeah.
think that counts. Of course it does. Um, oh, I really like him, and oh, he really loved you. Um, do you know you saved his life?
How's that?
He went through a really bad period, and I don't think he told you how bad it was. But you were, oh, great. Now I'm going to start crying. Um, you were always on the other end of the phone, and I mean always. And you
Yeah.
guys, or else you'd meet him. And he did the same for you, but he had times of really dark depression. I'm not sure if he communicated that, but I'm sorry. I having a little hard time. Hold on. Okay, well, I'm seeing him in a hospital bed, so I guess it wasn't sudden. Is that correct?
No, it was sudden.
It was sudden. I'm sorry. I'm a little off today. I apologize.
That's okay.
I really like him, and I wish he was still here. Um, I'm sorry. I'm a little. I actually think he's very attractive too, which is kind of throwing me. You know, when you meet somebody and they're really cute, and you get a little nervous. Um,
Yeah, he was.
he's a love.
He was very charismatic, and he was, intimidating to some people.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I get a little nervous. I don't get nervous around anybody. Freaking Courtney Love is my best friend. Pretend I don't get nervous around anybody. He makes me a little nervous. Um, yeah, he's very cute. He's kind of cocky. I don't know how. I'm
Mm,
not going to ask how he passed because I don't think he wants to talk about it. Um, the other thing he's doing is he's going to a lot of. One thing we get to do in the other side that I've gotten, and I never even believed in this before this work came and found me. We get to take a lot of classes, so he gets to study a lot of different things. He had a lot of different interests. Um, I'm feeling like there might be a partner and a kid here too,
yeah, definitely.
but
He had a partner and then a kid from a previous relationship.
okay, I was a little confused. Was it a daughter?
Um, it's actually a son, transgender.
Okay. Well, I got the partner and kid.
Yeah,
Okay, he wants you to tell his mother that he loves her and he's sorry. He couldn't wasn't his fault necessarily, but he's sorry. And he loves her.
yeah,
He wants you to tell his siblings. Um, but he also would like it if you keep his memory alive for his son. I don't know if you get on really well with I don't know who has charge of the son. I think one of these people you didn't get on that well with, which is not your doing. Um, he loved and understood women, but he liked slightly difficult ones as
yeah,
partners, as friends. He had great taste. I don't. It's funny. Some guys do.
yeah. He
Um,
definitely did.
yeah, he did. Um, you know what? People don't know. Who I'm talking about. So I'm going to say one of these people I really don't like. I'm sorry, Joshua. Okay, he's a little mad at
Uh,
me now.
yeah, I'd be
Um,
curious to know who that was.
what?
I'd be curious to know more about that person. But
I'm sorry.
somebody
I'm not.
I'm the same way. I felt that way about somebody in his life as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the person. And, if you watch the show, I don't usually say stuff like that. Okay, Joshua, I'm sorry. He's like, I came all this way. Could I have a little attention, please? I'm sorry, love. Okay, he wants to give you a huge hug. Did he give really good hugs? Damn it, I'm gonna cry
Definitely.
again. He gave huge bear hugs. He loved you guys
Yeah,
are like it's really fun. I love that you were both mature enough to understand that what you had was, we have different soulmates in life. Some are friends of either sex, some are partners, some are, you know, somebody we'll see in a bus once but we'll never forget. A soulmate connection is this kind of connection. It's not always romantic, and there's definitely more than one in every life, like so many more. But you guys
Yeah.
just got each other from the moment you met, and you're really positive for each other. I'm really sorry he's gone, and you are cute. And I know you're a snappy dresser. You don't have to point that out. Um, okay,
That's fine.
I'm losing him. Um, I hope that was enough confirmation. He was very much here. I feel like he's very much here. Was
Yeah,
he
thank you.
5'11"? Why is this driving me
No,
crazy?
he was like
Okay.
6'3", 6'2",
Okay.
6'3".
I knew the height thing. He reminds me very much of a songwriter named Townes Van Zandt. That's who he reminds me of. Oh, come
Oh,
back
who
for a
do you
second.
remind you of?
There's a singer-songwriter named Townes Van Zandt. He's from this. Well, he wrote Poncho and Lefty.
Okay, yeah, I've heard his
I
name.
really, I really like him, and I'm really sorry he's gone. But the other thing he wants you to know is he does come visit you, not in inappropriate ways, and they don't care about that on the other side anyway. But he will
Yeah,
show you either through coins or feathers, or God, this can
Point
sound corny, coins or feathers.
Feathers. Okay,
And something else. This is going to sound really corny, and I've never said this before, but a freaking rainbow. If you see a rainbow, he's saying hi. But no leprechauns. He says no leprechauns, little bastards. He doesn't like them.
yeah,
Sorry. Also, he's funny. I should let him. Okay, I'm sorry. I know you have to go. Not you, him. Um, he just loves you, and he's saying thank you. And he says that the way out of grief is gratitude. When we're grateful for what they brought to our lives and grateful that we were able to be there for them, that's it's not a way out of grief, but I'll be darned if it doesn't help. And I'm
yeah,
sorry for your loss. That's a
thank
really
you.
cool guy.
Yeah, he really was.
Um, all right, my love. Well, I'm very glad you called, and I'm glad that we could confirm that. I'm sorry I got his height wrong, but everything else, I'm glad we could confirm that for you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right, sweetheart. Take care of yourself, okay? Drink a lot of water and get enough rest. You don't get enough rest.
Okay.
Sleep more. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, what a lovely person. It's always really interesting when people come through from the other side. Honestly, along with the psychic ability kind of, and any psychic who tells you otherwise is lying to you, kind of goes like this. Some days it's really high. Some days, it's still more than other people, but it's like, woo! Um, it goes up and down. That's what the woo means if you're listening at home. But when people come through from the other side, first of all, maybe don't try this at home. I spend a lot of time working with protective forces and Archangel Michael, and so when people come through, it's sort of like I can see them. They're not like standing there flesh and blood, but they are there. It's like they're sort of color slides projected onto water, if that makes sense. Um, and usually they present physically because they want the other person to know it's them. So I'll usually describe them physically. And also, it's just really cool to see somebody appear from thin air. Um, Also, they're usually very, very glad to make contact. Um, Although I have never, only once have I gotten kind of report from the other side, which was somebody who took their own life and was walking around in a circle in a gray fog. And he didn't have to, was the thing. So if you ever think about offing yourself, don't. On a brighter note, everybody else that I've talked to from over there says that it is magnificent, but no hurry. They can wait for you. And they do come and find us when we're in our final moments. I can tell you with absolute certainty. I saw this with my mom. I've seen it with other people. I can tell you with absolute certainty that our loved ones come for us. They come in and help us onto the other side. Ask any hospice nurse. Ask anyone. Well, not somebody randomly in the street. That would be silly. But I guess people do want to know about this. So I guess I'll talk about it a little more. Um, just so you know, I don't have anything to do with anything dark. All the stuff I do is in the light. I work a lot with angelic energy. I like to think I work in the light of unconditional love from source or God or the universe, whatever you call it. Um, the other thing I'd like to tell all of you is that when a loved one appears in a dream, that's not a dream, that's a visit. It's always a visit. Even if they don't talk to you at the time, sometimes they just want to feel your energy and give you a hug because they can when we're asleep. Um, sometimes when we meditate too. And oh, a couple of other things. We can ask them for help, and boy, does that work. I remember after my dad passed, and I didn't know this. I just had a sense that I could ask him for help with some like tasks, basically. And I was taking care of my mom at the time by myself, and I needed to have a busier business. I needed some press. And I said, Dad, help me out with this. And 2 days later, somebody from the New Yorker magazine called and said, we'd like to do a piece on you. I'm like, cool. Thanks, Dad. That was his favorite magazine. Um, so they do like doing so. They can't unless we ask, unless it's a matter of life and death. They will sometimes interfere, but I wouldn't bet on that. So don't take that to the bank if you know what I'm saying. But and they can hear us when we talk to them. And a lot of times when we ask for signs, they will give us such unmistakable signs. And if you ask specifically, oh, I didn't know there's a caller holding. Okay, let me wind this up. Nancy, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you come on my screen. Forgive me. And it's I
That,
love that name.
that's
Nancy
okay.
with the laughing
That's
face.
okay.
Okay. I'm just going to finish this
That's
thought.
okay.
And then while I'm doing that, do the deep breathing and then out through your mouth like a birthday candle or a whoopee cushion. That centers you. Not that you need center,
Yeah.
not that you're manic. The last thing I was going to say um, is that love doesn't die. We really don't die. We just go into another room. Admittedly, it's a really big room and it's very cool, but love doesn't die. Personality doesn't die. That's that. Hi, Nancy.
All
I'm so
right.
happy you're here. Yay.
Hi. Thank
It was a
you.
beautiful song. I was singing the song Nancy with the laughing face yesterday. So I was thinking about you.
All
So,
right.
when is your birthday, my angel? Hmm?
My birthday is August 24th, 1961.
Ah, you're just a baby. Um, oh, you're a Virgo. Oh, we love the most misunderstood
Yeah.
sign. People, it really is. People think, by the way, Saturday is going to be a really good day and evening for you. Sunday is going to be good too, because Taurus is
Right.
trying Virgo. But people think Virgo are all about like being OCD. It's not. It's about purity and idealism and wanting to take
Yeah.
like abstract ideals into day-to-day life. So are you are you in a healing
Right.
profession of some kind? Do you work around healers?
No.
That's okay. You have some
I'm
healing abilities when
I'm a
yeah.
retired. I'm retired, but I'm retired.
Cool. Um, but you have a lovely energy. How can I help?
Oh, speaking of my daughter and my husband that passed away, I think about them all the time.
Oh, your daughter passed away too? I'm
Yeah,
so
she was
sorry. That's
29. Yeah, she was
oh
29.
honey. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she
Um,
died of a drug overdose,
okay.
unfortunately.
So, yeah, I was going to say that, but thank you for being so honest. We only have 3 minutes, so I'm going to start this, but what I'm also going to offer you, and I want you to take me up on this, go to the Moonstruck TV Facebook page or go to my page. My name is Peri Lyons, Perilyons, Peri Lyons. Get in contact with me. I will give you a free 15 minutes of mediumship because you've had a hard time and I want to help you. So, in the meantime,
Okay.
uh, your daughter, no, it's fine. But your daughter's showing up first because your husband's like after you, my dear. Um, she's beautiful. I mean, I'm not just saying that because she's your daughter. She's beautiful. Oh God, and I
Yeah,
think
she
because she
was.
was so yeah, she was. I'm not kidding. She was. Did she have really noticeably, really noticeable eyes and
Yeah,
very,
she did.
yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Did she wear her hair in bangs sometimes in a longer hair? And for some reason I'm getting her in bangs, but I might be wrong. Um,
Yeah,
she,
she wore, sometimes she wore her hair in bangs, sometimes she
yeah,
just wore her hair up. It depends on what mood she was in.
yeah. But if you have bang, I mean, most people don't. So, she's about 5'6". Hi, thank you for coming. Does she have a J name?
Her
It's
name
not
was
Jul.
Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, I was getting Julia. Um, I love. She's got a queen name, and she's so much better now. I know we want her
Right.
here, but she's with you all the time. She really.
I know,
All you
I
do is
know
have.
she is.
Yeah,
I
she
have,
is.
I have dreams about her all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
When she first passed away, when she first passed away, like a week later, I was
yeah.
somewhere and this butterfly just kept flying
Yes,
around me and flying
yes,
around me, and it landed right on my leg.
yeah,
And it would
yes.
not leave me.
No, she won't. She's not going to. She will continue to send you signs. I've got 30 seconds, so I'm going to talk fast. I really like your husband, by the way. He's a gas. He's very funny.
Yeah.
And he just called you a very sweet, slightly rude name that I'm not going to repeat. But he had that kind of real sense of humor. But Elizabeth really loves you, and she's hanging out with her dad and her grandmother. Actually, I'm not sure which grandmother, but she's doing really well, and she's getting to use the talents. So I love you. Take care. Thank you. And that color looks great on you.